Hey, wait, can you hear me? Yeah. So I got a little cold. So it's been so long since I've been on my computer. Okay. I had to play the old school intro. I had to let that whole thing play. Okay. Thank y'all for joining. I know it's so late. I just wanted to do a little talk because I said I was coming. And see, this the thing. I be saying I'm gonna do something and I don't do nothing. And everybody around my house will be making fun of me. And now I want y'all to make fun of me because I don't be doing what I say I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna do what I'm say I'm gonna do. Okay. But let's talk about this spiritual whistleblower thing. Okay. Okay, so thank y'all for coming. Okay, listen, y'all can come up and comment. Like I can invite you. You can be on the screen or whatever. You don't have to put your camera on, and we can talk about this thing. Okay. I was also considering just doing a review of the videos and then making a separate live private so we could kind of do a little girl chat after, just for us that wouldn't be recorded or part of the main video. But anyway, spiritual whistleblower. My baby didn't woke up. What's wrong, baby? You okay? You need to go lay down with Papa. You want to go lay down with Papa? They be so used to me being in the bed with them. Okay. I'm gonna have to lay him back down, and I know y'all hear my husband snoring. Okay. But anyway, spiritual whistleblower has been she been on social media for a while now, but I noticed that she kind of had disappeared a little bit. So I was surprised when she came back with a vengeance and came for Shira's neck. Now she didn't just come for Shira; she came for Ashley too. And I think that it's important that we really talk about some of the things that she said and really like break down some of what she said because um spiritual whistleblower is a very intelligent lady. She's very like straightforward and a little abrasive, okay? And everybody might not can get with her style. Um, but she's not wrong about a lot of things. She puts a lot of thought behind what she says. She just cuss a whole lot, okay? And she be talking crazy. But I first met her when I don't know if any of y'all been with me for a long time, then y'all know that when the average at best thing came out, I did a petition about the kitten, the kitten heels. And the reason why I did that petition was because I felt that the things that the way he was talking to women, black women in particular, was so destructive. It really was so destructive that I just felt like something needed to be said. And that petition ended up getting like 30,000 signatures because I wanted him off of YouTube. But the good Lord had his own plan. But anyway, Spiritual Whistleblower was one of the first ones to share the petition on YouTube, and that helped it gain a lot of um, attention. And that was my first time meeting her, and she was talking about narcissism, and she was right about a lot of stuff regarding him. I just knew that he was very destructive for women's mental and emotional health. And then it even got to a point where women were physically placed in bad situations over some of the rhetoric that he was spewing, and it increased over time. Like he got more and more destructive with some of the stuff he was saying. Let me lay my baby down. and close the door because my husband going crazy over there. But let's put on Spiritual Whistleblower's first video. Okay, let me see. How can I do this? Okay. So this is the first video that she made, where she really like started going in on how to spot a female narcissist. Okay. And I want to listen to this and talk about it. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear this.
What's one of the ways that you can spot a female narcissist who happens to be a content creator on TikTok? She may even be a sociopath. I'm going to give you one tidbit. There's several ways that you can tell, and I'll put those in other videos. But I really want to help y'all raise y'all discernment going into 2025, okay? There are so many female narcissists, sociopaths on this app that are toxic, mean-spirited, jealous of single women. A lot of them are married. Some of them are side chicks, and they're just jealous of single women. But I'm going to give you another sign that you can female soul how other women look. They're always trying to give you a motherfucking beauty tip, trying to tell you what looks good and what doesn't look good, what men think you should look like. They go on to say what a man feels a woman should look like, and what a man defines as beautiful. That's because she's misogynistic. She's a pick-me. And I'll go a step further to my Black women. If you're not Black, you can still watch this and just take notes as if this content creator is in your own community. But I'm going to speak directly to my Black sisters. There are a lot of Black female content creators who talk down on Black women's looks. They're trying to tell you your wig don't look good, lashes are ugly, you need to dress this way, you need to dress that way, stop wearing bonnets and scarves. Fuck that bitch. But when you really check her out, there's nothing special about her. She might have on a makeup and a wig herself, and she thinks she's the bomb. The bitch is fucking delusional. The female narcissist is extremely controlling. When it comes to content creating, she wants to control women. She wants to not only control women, she wants to control y'all money, y'all pocketbook. She feels entitled to your money. So she's going to find a way to grift and scam you. And one of those ways is by giving women beauty tips, what you should and shouldn't look like, or what a man feels beautiful is, and how you should be dressing when it comes to a man. If you want a man, if you want to... Who made her the fucking expert? Seriously, who appointed her to be the motherfucking fashion police? Now, in the past, I've pissed off a lot of toxic bitches on this app, especially the women that follow behind Shira, women that follow behind Miss Ashley. And I'll tell you why. I would never take fucking fashion advice from Shira. Her wigs are cheap. Her makeup is, the eyeliner be sloppy at times. Who is she? Who made her the authority to give a bitch fashion advice? And see, I dress like this on purpose. I know exactly what I'm doing. When I put on a hoodie, a bonnet, a scarf, and I dress down, I be waiting for bitches to call me ugly. Call me ugly. I dare you, bitch. Because when I clean up, oh, the wig is top of the line. The face is beat to perfection. Okay. The clothes, the body is tea. See, these bitches sit on their platforms and talk down to women about their looks, but let a real bitch like me, let them come for me. I will eat every time. I know this is going to piss off a lot of women that follow Miss Shira and Miss Ashley, and I really don't give a fuck. But I know how to get underneath a bitch's skin. Talk about my looks. Because, see, a woman of God is not shallow. Narcissistic women are not self-aware. They only are about the outward appearance, what, they're obsessed with perception, what people think of them, the visual. They're not concerned with the depths of your heart. They don't care about morals, integrity, principles, character. They are only consumed with the visual, the outside appearance, and they are obsessed with what people think of them. But when you're a true woman of God, the outward appearance means nothing. It is what is in here. You understand me? That's why I dress like this. I be sitting and waiting. Call me ugly. I'd rather be a woman built with good morals, integrity, principles, good character, depth, a woman of substance, a woman who is self-aware, something that the female narcissist will never be. All she cares about is the outward appearance.
Okay, so I just want to take a little pause real quick, and I really want to ask you all, from what Spiritual is saying, it almost sounds like, from her perspective, that you gotta be unattractive in order to be centered or rooted or grounded. You know what I'm saying? Or you gotta be unattractive to not offend other women or be more relatable. I don't know. Do you all think that we police other women's appearance to the point where they have to, or we have to, kind of tone it down in order to be received properly? Something I'm thinking about. And also, can you be a pretty girl who wear wigs and makeup and still have a good heart? Okay, I'm gonna talk about this a little bit more once we get in.
So she'll find a way to grift and scam and get a woman's money by sitting up and she preys on women with low self-esteem. That's another thing. Her cult following is nothing more than women with low self-esteem that don't know their self-worth. And these women will put her on a pedestal, and everything that comes out her. She is not tea. Her body is not tea. Her hair is not tea. The makeup is not tea. If you want to take real fashion advice, go get you a magazine, Vogue magazine. Go Google YouTube videos of real fashion experts and high fashion stylists. That's what you do. But in terms of the female narcissist giving advice, hell fucking no. I will outdress Miss Shira, Miss Ashley, and any other sociopathic Black woman on this app. I wish a bitch would come for me, honey. You got the right one. And I got a history of being a runway model here in New York City. You don't think I don't know how to dress and style? But I'm not going to get on here and project and throw that on women and make other women feel bad because they're not good dressers. I want to talk to the woman's heart. I want to make a woman feel beautiful about herself emotionally. We can always get dolled up, put on some makeup and a wig. That's easy. That's too easy. Teach a woman how to have good character, good morals, high values. That's something Miss Shira and these other sociopathic bitches on this app will never be able to do. But I wish this is I dress down like this on purpose because I wish a bitch would talk about my looks, honey. I will eat every time. I will make a bitch look so bad for coming out her face sideways and talking about my looks, honey. You don't want it with me. I'm a bad fucking bitch. Don't let me clean up. I hurt feelings. You're going to wish that I dress back down again. And you'll wish you would have left me alone when it comes to the looks department. I dress down like this because I want my sisters to focus on the message, not the appearance. Because if I dress up, y'all going to be like, oh, you look beautiful. Where'd you get your wig? What color foundation or eyeshadow is that? Women be fixated on my looks when I dress up, and I don't want that. I want you to focus on the message. You feel me?
Now that's another thing. Can women can women receive information without being distracted a, by a woman's appearance? I think it's totally possible. I don't think that you necessarily have to look dressed down in order to connect with a woman or share a message with another woman. I understand what she's saying and kind of where she's coming from with it, but I think that there is a beauty in seeing a woman that is, dolled up, looking good, feeling good, putting a little effort into her appearance. So her premise that she needs to dress down in order to connect, I mean, I understand it, but at the same time, a lot of times women want to have something to aspire to. Right, we want to have something that we want to like work towards or feel like, we can put in the effort to kind of get to that certain level. And y'all know Shira was, in my opinion, the person who started this whole little internet level up trend. We all want to level up. What's the purpose of being the same today as you were yesterday, or feeling like you got to kind of lessen yourself or tone yourself down just to be received by everybody. People should be able to take you at your full strength. And see, I was a girl who really like would try to relax a little bit because I felt like at full strength it was hard for people to accept me. Like a lot of people had a problem with me kind of being who I was or who I am, you know, fully and like proudly and boldly and confidently. And to be honest, not being who I truly am really hurt me. It made me so sad. It made me feel so repressed and it made me feel misunderstood. And it was all my fault because I didn't allow myself to be who I wanted to be or who I naturally am because I was thinking about how other people would receive me or how they would feel about me or what they would think about me. When really that don't really have nothing to do with me. Like it's not my responsibility to police or assuage anybody else's feelings. My responsibility is to be kind. We talk about in the level up community a lot the difference of being nice and being kind. I'm a nice person. It's my responsibility to be nice. Y'all don't got to be nice, y'all can be kind, but I'm a nice person. I just be nice and respectful. And if you have a problem with me just being who I naturally am, and whatever you think that is, even though I'm being nice and polite and respectful to you, that's a you issue. And we shouldn't have to tiptoe around that. And I kind of feel that Shira is just a a girly girl. She like her makeup. She like her hair. She like her nails. And it ain't nothing wrong with that. I also feel like we need a little bit of balance in the community. One thing I think that women really do wrong with social media influencers and people, kind of sharing their experience or perspective online and stuff like that is women follow too heavily, too strongly behind a social media influencer. This is a regular woman or man on a natural, normal, regular journey. Just the same as you, a person who used to have a job, but now they can spend more time online and make videos that you like watching. A person who had some type of trauma growing up or bad experiences with men or bad experiences with women, just a regular person. But a lot of times when social media influencers connect with their listeners, then the listeners begin to platform them. And some social media influencers get the big head through this platform and they feel like they're somebody else because they now have a platform. But we feed into that and like make them some type of mythical, godlike, celebrity type figure when it's just a regular person. You don't have to listen to everything an influencer says. You don't have to follow everything an influencer says. I like Shira, but I don't follow everything that she say. I don't believe everything that she say. I don't think everything she say is right. She is a good influencer, and I think that she has the best perspective when it comes to the reality out here in the real world. But Shira had her own strategy. And for those of us who've been in the level up community for a while, we kind of know Shira from back in the day. You know what I'm saying? She took her strategy, which was a good strategy for her. It was a winning strategy. She could not fail with the strategy that she employed. And here she is today. That doesn't mean that now that she has the success that she's been working on for years, she is not no overnight sensation. She ain't just pop up, with the social media following and all of this stuff. She's been working on this for years. So now that she's here, it's almost like people want to knock her down a little bit. And I'll get into some other videos because Spiritual Whistleblower is cool, like I said, but she be going so hard. But I want to dive into some other stuff that she said, and not to be Shira's defense team, okay? Because I didn't have my own criticisms and stuff, and like I said, I don't follow blindly behind anybody. But I feel like a lot of the criticisms be unfair because she just sitting here turning her camera on like I did tonight, okay? She just didn't turn her camera on and you like listening to her. And now what I was saying is we need balance. We need a Shira who is gonna be ruthless and void of emotion and straight get to the goal. And we need a spiritual whistleblower too, who will tell you about a mental pathology or connect with your mind and emotions or talk to your soul. I want to see both of y'all, okay? Because I have enough, um, what's the word? I have enough, I have the ability to look through what you say and take what works for me and what feels good to me and leave the rest. Like I said with Shira, I don't follow everything that she be talking about, okay? Like, for one example, one thing I talk about a lot is a roster. I don't think a serious minded woman needs a roster. If you are looking for marriage, okay, y'all know that I started out, I had a child out of wedlock, and I ended up meeting my husband, and we got married when my baby was 3, and she 10 now. And me and him have 3 more kids, okay, and we've been married for 7 years. Um, so when I started out, like, when I decided that I wanted to be married, I was not on no take me to the steakhouse, spend $200 on me, even though that's what he thought that I was interested in. Do a big presentation for me, work for me, prove to me. I wasn't on that because I had already had that. And see, I really never told him about this and I really never talked about it publicly. But my daughter's dad, like, he did the whole presentation. He took me to these nice restaurants and we would drive out of town to go and eat and hang out and kick it. And he would like buy me gifts and all of this type of stuff like that. But he was not serious about marrying me. Okay, he liked me, he liked spending time with me, but when it came to the commitment part of it, he was not focused on that. And I was so blinded. I didn't realize that we weren't really working towards marriage until I was pregnant. And, that's a make or break for a lot of relationships. I was going to make a post on Facebook about this last week, but Sierra, the singer, and Savannah, LeBron's wife, these are two women. A lot of people give single mothers a bad rap, but the thing is, all of us is having sex. We talked about Hallie on my Facebook page a couple weeks ago. All of us are having sex. Well, not all of us, because some of y'all ain't, but most of us is having sex, okay? And I was having some sex. And see, the thing is that a lot of times you slip up and you end up pregnant. And it's a make or break moment for that relationship. And see, like LeBron's LeBron decided to stay with his wife and eventually they got married. But they had their first child out of wedlock. And the difference between him and Future was that he didn't have a history of creating baby mamas and he wanted to be responsible and step up and marry um Savannah, but not all men do that. And a lot of times you spend so much time evaluating if they're a provider, if they love you, if they'll give you things, if they, have a work ethic and all of this stuff, that you really don't assess their character, their values, what really matter, their morals, their idea of their future and all of this stuff. When my daughter's dad would talk about our future, he would he would talk a good talk. Now let me tell you, he was a church man. If you go today is what? Friday? Friday. Today is Friday. On Sunday, if you go to his city at 4:30, because they have an afternoon church, if you go to his city on any given Sunday between 4:30 and 5 o'clock, you're gonna see him in church on the front pew with a Bible, reading his Bible because he read for the pastor. You gonna see him there, okay? Like he was a church man, college educated, 37. I was 32. Too old. We was both too old to be ending up in the situation that we ended up in. Um, he was college educated, had money and all of this stuff. He talked a good game. He took me to nice restaurants and had his own house and I had the key. Okay. Somebody told me the other day that should have been an indication that he wanted to marry me. Hello, we had a baby. Okay. And he did not propose. So regardless of what a man's intention are, is if he don't go ahead and get that ring and lock it down, he ain't talking about nothing. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, um, I did not really assess his level of responsibility until we had the baby. Now I wanted to be a mother, and that was the thing. I wanted to be a mother. Like I said, I was 31. I was 32 when I had her. Um, I wanted to be a mother. So I was going to have my baby. And if that meant I was going to be a single mother, then that's just what it was. But a little part of me was hoping that he would step up and like be this man that I thought he was. And it never happened. After I had the baby, we kind of tried to be together. We was breaking up and getting back together and stuff like that. And I told myself, I'm gonna give him, a year to go ahead and, learn how to be responsible, I guess. But in our community, Black community, men don't really marry their baby mamas. Men don't really have a problem with having kids out of wedlock. And I just didn't think that he was that kind of guy. And like I thought that he had more character and values and all of this stuff. He wasn't a bad guy, don't get me wrong. But when it came to the real character of a husband, of a leader of a household, of a father. Like, he didn't have it, but I thought that he would have it. So anyway, I gave him a year and it didn't happen. And I was like, okay, go ahead and move on with your life. That's what I said to myself. So when I started to get serious about marriage, and because I wanted more kids, I want to have a lot of kids, y'all. When I started to get serious about moving forward, I didn't have a roster of men. I didn't have, I was not letting men wine me and dine me and splurge and spend all kind of money on me. Nope. I was really checking you out. I wanted to check out your character, check out your goals, check out your family, check out your history. Like, I was focused on the focus. So, like Shira, like I say, I don't believe everything or I don't follow everything that she say. I don't feel like a woman who is marriage minded should have a roster. I don't feel like you should be running plenty men. I feel like when you in your 20s, because like I said, I didn't become a mother until I was in my 30s. When you in your 20s, have fun, have a roster, run all the men you want to have, let them fly you out and do whatever y'all finna do. Go kick it, go travel, go see the world. But when you get older and you are ready to settle down and like choose a husband, you cannot take it lightly. It's not a joke. You know what I'm saying? It's not a game. It's not a I'm finna date them all and to see which one prove themselves. What's that? Any of these men can come with a ring. That doesn't mean that he's the best man for you. Any of these men can propose to you. That doesn't mean that you align with his values and his idea for his future and how he want to raise his children and all of this stuff. So when I decided I was finna be done with that and I was finna go ahead and meet my husband, um, I had a very, very clear outlook on what I wanted in a man. And I had learned this from trial and error in the situation that I had just come out of with my ex. This was a church guy, a nice person, college educated, money, good family, all of this stuff, but lacking some very important things that makes a man a good father, that makes a man a good husband, that makes a man a stable and reliable provider. Like, he was lacking those things and I never really noticed it. So when I met my husband, I was not on no whining and dining. You wasn't finna goop me, okay? You was not finna goop me, okay? I knew exactly what to look for. I knew what questions to ask. I knew what to pay attention to. I knew all of that. And so I ended up knowing right away that my husband was the kind of guy that is marriage minded and wanted to raise children in the way that I wanted to. And he even exposed me to some things that I wasn't thinking about. Just we recently just moved to the West Coast and I never thought that. If I was still with my ex, we'd still be in the same place doing the same things. But my husband like really has a vision for his kids and for his family and kind of what he want to do and where he want to take us and this big picture that my ex didn't have and that I didn't even really know to look for until I had kind of gone through that experience. So you can't really assess that when you dating 5 men at the same time, in my opinion. That's just from my opinion now. You can't really assess that when you running, dinner here and gifts here and trips there and all of that type of stuff. That's fun dating. Do that when you're young. But when you're ready to settle down, you need to really hone in and focus in on the kind of man that you want to lead you and the children that you will have in the future. So, like I said, I don't agree with everything that she was saying. She say a lot of good things though, and she make a lot of sense. And when it comes to focusing on your goal and putting yourself in a good position and really leveling yourself up so that you can come from around mediocre men to men who are driven, who have a vision, who have the work ethic, who have the character, the morals, and all of that stuff. It's a process to get there. Those men are not just hanging around, you know, the Walmart that we go to every day. They just not, outside as soon as you walk outside. These guys are on a mission, and you need to prepare yourself to be a part of that mission. Like, you got to be there in the place. And so, that's another thing, like, that I don't agree with. It's not wrong per se. And I guess it worked for some people. But in terms of Shira, how she do things, like, I don't agree with the look that she encouraged a lot of the girls to have, because that look, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, that look is not where the money is. Okay, that look is not where the big time, big spenders, quality men are. That look is for attention, and it will get you the attention that you're looking for. But when it comes to a woman that is perceived as a good wife and a good mother and a good administrator of a household and of a family, because this idea that you don't cook, that you don't know how to cook, that you don't know how to think, that your life is just so soft that you're oblivious to everything, in my opinion, for a real mover and shaker man, that's not real. They want to know that you got some common sense. They want to know that you got some book sense. You don't got to have a degree and all of that type of stuff, but a degree don't hurt. The thing is, you can't lead with your degree like, oh, I have a PhD, not like that. Because if you're really dealing with a mover and shaker, he's successful in his own right. So you don't have to kind of look for adoration or fluff yourself up, because he picked you, like he chose you because of your quality skill set in terms of your outer appearance, your soft skills, your social skills, and of course your education, your nurturing skills, how you would raise and rear his children, the kind of household atmosphere you would create, and all of those things. So another thing, that I don't necessarily agree with Cher is when we talk about, like, I don't bring anything to the table. Like, when you know how to run a household, when you know how to administer business, when you know how to make sure everything flow, like, that's a strong skill set, and that's something that you bring to the table. Okay, like, these men want to know that they can entrust you with daily operations, and things get done and things happen and things are taken care of. Now, that doesn't mean that you working your fingers to the bone, or you can't have help, or you can't have a nanny or a chef or a maid, a cleaner, or any of that stuff. He just want to know that you can think about it. A lot of times we talk about online, oh, I'll just have help, I'll have a cleaner come. You got to tell these people what to do. Like, you got to tell them what to do, what you expect, how you expect things to be done. You just don't let the help come in and do whatever they think they should do. They need direction. So he's leaving that responsibility up to you, and you have to be able to direct them. So, it's more than just, you just clueless. And I think a lot of times she paint a picture to her followers that it's like a clueless thing where you just like just here looking cute. And the thing is that you here and you looking cute, but you know what you're doing too. So yeah. So but I think that there needs to be a balance. There needs to be a balance from what all of the women who take time out to turn on their little camera and talk they talk and share their perspective. There needs to be, like, every voice is important, and every lady is bringing something important to the community. It's just you have to take and put together what works for you and what makes sense for you and kind of what meshes for you. Like following blindly behind any one influencer is not a good recipe for success, in my opinion. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and finish playing the rest of this, but it's this one video that she made. I don't know who pissed this lady off. Somebody came for her. Somebody then pissed spiritual whistleblower off, and she just going ham, or I don't know, maybe it's just in her nature to go ham like this. But in the other videos, I'm gonna talk about some of the stuff that she talked about with Shira. Okay, so let's finish this one.
Me? A female narcissist is more concerned with the appearance, the outside opinions of how people perceive her because she's insecure. But she'll project that onto her. Always,
I'm sorry,
always.
y'all.
What's one of the ways that you can spot a female narcissist? If I dress up, y'all gonna be like, oh, you look beautiful. Where'd you get your wig? What color foundation or eyeshadow is that? On your insides and stop worrying about the outsides and what motherfuckers think about you. And that's how I can tell. One of the ways I could tell a female narcissist, a female sociopath, is when she's over consumed with her looks and how others look. And then she tries to tell women how to fucking look, like somebody appointed her to be the fashion police. And her dresses and clothes ain't even up to par, honey. If we really want to go there. If you want some real fashion advice, look up the celebrity stylists that dress the celebrities, okay? And makeup tips from celebrity makeup artists. But these toxic bitches that are amateurs, they just want your money. They grifting. Wake up, ladies, 2025. Let's keep our foots on the necks of these pick-me's, these female narcissists / sociopaths. And I dare a bitch to come for me. I stay ready, locked and loaded. What's one of the ways?
Okay, I think that that spiritual should understand that we want to see her looking good. Let me show y'all some of her videos where she looking good, cause she's a pretty lady. Here's
like it's not that serious. Trust me, I know that.
Turn this down. She a pretty lady, okay? She is like, she said she used to be a model, so I'm assuming she like 5'9" or something like that. But she is a pretty lady. Does she have any more? Here. Now, see, she done popped on now because I don't know what this is. I don't like this, but she like it. But she done popped out because over the years, she went on her own level up journey where she then lost a lot of weight. I don't know if she did this naturally or whatever, but she done lost a lot of weight and got herself together. Uh-oh, my baby waking up. But she a pretty lady. She not an ugly girl at all. My baby waking up. Y'all know I got all these kids. Hold on once. God bless you, baby. Oh, mommy's baby, you okay? I'm gonna take you to Papa, okay? I think I probably was talking too loud out here. Okay. But anyway, I think spiritual need to know that we want to see her looking good too. We can take a message from you looking good, girl. Okay. I mean, you can do what you want to do and you can come in with your hoodie. We love you like that and we can hear you like that as well. But ain't nothing wrong with looking good. Let me see. So this is her other video that she made talking about Shira. Oh, excuse me. You okay, baby? Okay, this is it right here. Oh, this is the other video that she made.
Female narcissist who happens to be a content creator on TikTok. She may even be a sociopath. I'm going to give you one tidbit There's several ways that you can tell, and I'll put those in other videos. But I really want to help y'all raise y'all discernment going into 2025. Okay. There are so many female narcissists, sociopaths on this app that are toxic, mean-spirited, jealous of single women. A lot of them are married. Some of them are side chicks, and they're just jealous of single women. But I'm going to give you another sign that you can spot a female narcissist content creator here on TikTok. Rock with me. Female narcissists, female sociopaths, when it comes to them being content creators, they have a weird fascination, a weird obsession with how other women look. They're always trying to give you a motherfucking beauty tip.
Okay, beauty is important. I was listening to a video earlier today where the lady was saying that she feels that spiritual is protecting the ugly girl that she used to be, and the girl in her following that may not have leveled herself up yet, or may feel that she can't level up to be attractive. Yes, baby. You want to go in there? Okay. But I posted a picture of Shira and Gabri Sidibe Precious. Okay. And see, the thing is that looks matter, but they are not everything. Okay. They matter. Don't get me wrong. But they are not everything. A man who is interested in a woman like Shira is not necessarily going to be interested in a woman that looks like Gabby. But a woman who looks like Gabby doesn't have to be single for her whole life because she doesn't look like Shira. There's a lane for the woman who looks like Gabby. There's a lane for her. She just needs to figure out what that lane is and who is in that lane and maneuver within that lane. Now, the thing is that Shira is a beautiful woman, but she's not everybody's cup of tea either. There are some men who don't find her attractive in terms of what they want for their woman either. And see, a lot of times we take a woman. Yes, baby. Okay. Okay, hold on for 1 second, okay? We take a woman who is beautiful, right? Like Shira is beautiful, and we think that she's without flaw. But like spiritual, I think Shira is very tall too. I'm 5'9". And in women world, you know, once you are over like 5'6", 5'7", it's a different reality for you, in my opinion. I wear my high heels. I be wearing 4 or 5 inch heels, okay? And I always have. And so it's easy for me to be 6 feet tall on any given day, okay? And I have never been a skinny girl. My goal weight, we finna do a weight loss journey in the next couple months, and y'all can follow me on Facebook or join some of the groups with me if y'all want to do that with me. But my goal weight is going to be 150. I have never been 150 as a grown woman, I don't think. I mean, maybe 175, maybe 180. That's like my weight. And my height is 5'9", 6 feet when I got on my heels. But that doesn't stop me from getting quality men and having quality experiences with men. And a lot of times we think that only a certain look of woman gets the good man. I always thought it was the little short girls, the girls that was 5'2", 5'3", little petite things. You know, every man is tall for them. You know, little girls who wear, not girls, but ladies who wear, you know, a size 7 shoe, You know, they can get a shoe from any store that you go into. You know, I always, not to mention, you know, wearing a 32C bra. You know what I'm saying? I always thought that those women were the the top pick of every man. But in reality, every man has his own idea of what he finds beautiful and what he wants to partner with for the rest of his life. It may look like a Shira or it may be a Gabby, but either way, you need to determine where your lane is and what that is. And you need to look your best while you're in it. Okay? No matter if I think just doing your hair, doing your makeup, doing your nails, wearing flattering outfits makes a big difference. Okay? I'll never be one of those. Yes. Okay. Oh, you hurt yourself. I'm sorry. I'll never be one of those 5'2", 5'3" light-skinned girls wearing a size 7. So a guy that's interested in a 5'2", 5'3" wearing a size 7 little light-skinned girl, lady, is not gonna be interested in me. I have to make myself the best 5'9", brown skin, you know, 175, 180-pound chick in my lane. Okay. So I think a lot of times we get hung up too much on looks. Looks are important, don't get me wrong, but you are who you are and you're going to look how you're going to look. Your goal should be to be the best looking self that you can be, regardless of what that self is. If it's a heavy dark skinned girl, then be the best heavy dark skinned girl that you can be. If it's the little 5'2", 5'3" skinny girl, because I've heard women who are skinny have, you know, body issues too, and they say you know, that they want to gain weight and different things like that. They have body issues too. Be the best you that you can be in whatever lane that you're in, and do your thing from there. Okay. Now, she went on and she was talking real greasy about Shira. I don't know if I should show that, but she was talking real greasy about
Why?
Shira.
What's one of the ways that you can spot a female is not shallow? Narcissistic women are not self-aware. They only are about the outward appearance. What, you know, they're obsessed with perception, what people think of them, the visual. They're not concerned with the depths of your heart. They don't care about morals, integrity, principles, character. They are only consumed with the visual, the outside appearance, and what people, they are obsessed with what people think of them. But when you're a true woman of God, you know the outward appearance means nothing. It is what is in here. You understand me? That's why I dress like this. I be sitting and waiting. Call me ugly. I'd rather be a woman built with good morals, integrity, principles, good character, you know, depth. A woman of substance, make a woman feel beautiful about herself emotionally. We can always get dolled up, put on some makeup and a wig. That's easy. That's too easy. Teach a woman how to have good character, good morals, high values. That's something Miss Shira and these other sociopathic bitches on this app will never be able to do. Deceive her because she's insecure. But she'll project that onto her female audience and she'll try to scam and grift off of that. And that's nothing more than women having low self-esteem and not knowing their worth and putting this woman on a pedestal when you should be putting God on a pedestal. God has already told you you're beautiful. Work on your insides and stop worrying about the outsides and what motherfuckers think about you. And that's how I can tell. One of the ways I could tell a female narcissist, a female sociopath, is when she's over consumed with her looks and how others look. And then she tries to tell women how to fucking look, like somebody appointed her to be the fashion police. And her dresses and clothes ain't even up to par, honey. If we really want to go there. If you want some real fashion advice, look.
I think I just played this one, but it's more.
Here is my video response to Miss Sprinkle Sprinkle and her cult-like following of sociopathic women. Oh, baby, the hit dogs is hollering. They is mad, big mad at the video that I posted yesterday where I talk about how you can spot a female narcissist on TikTok. First things first, I want you to say hello to my friend Juanita. She's going to be a part of the lesson today. I'm going to teach y'all some more tips on how to spot a fucking female narcissist, female sociopath on TikTok, especially a black one. They ain't going to like this video either, and I don't give a fuck. Second of all, I want to shout out Glitz Galore. They are a black-owned woman business. They make these beautiful hats. They made this hat for you. There's men out here that wouldn't give a fuck if you were wearing a trash bag. They would step to you and ask for your fucking number. Ask me how I know. I've seen big women over 300, 400 pounds, pull a man faster than a skinnier woman. So let's not do this with the looks. Narcissistic women are obsessed with watching women's appearances. They steal identities. Nothing is off. Pharaoh said, F you. Who the hell is you? I don't care. We serve a jealous God. God does not like, just like this doll, a female narcissist has dead eyes, a dead stare. There's no life, no soul, no nothing behind the eyes. The eyes are the window to the soul. And that's why a lot of these women, a lot of them will wear dark sunglasses indoors because they don't want you.
The Family Matter and the truth for.
It's the one right here, though.
Kamala's loss is actually a huge. Speaking of.
Now, this is the thing. Shira ain't never lied about who she is and where she came from. She never tried to pretend to be some high and mighty, unapproachable, above reproach type chick. She just be on here turning her camera on and talking to her camera just like I'm doing right now. The thing is that we made Shira be this bigger than life personality. That's what we did. And maybe Spiritual Whistleblower did that too. Maybe Spiritual Whistleblower did that too. And that's the reason why she feel the way she feel. But every time somebody try to come for Shira, they always bring up her past. The fact that she used to do her Dollar Tree hauls and all of this type of stuff. The thing is that she never said that she was rich. She never even said that James was rich. And see, a lot of times women, her followers, think that the man has to be rich, but the man don't have to be rich. He just got to be willing to give you what you need. Okay? And see, she got with her husband when she was 23, 24, 25. She didn't have a whole bunch of bills and responsibilities that she had to manage. So him coming in and taking care of her was an easy feat. He didn't have to pay no mortgage for her, outside of where he lived. He didn't have to manage no huge bills. She was only 25. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't have to be rich in order to give her the life that she was talking about. He didn't have to have a whole bunch of money. You understand what I'm saying? But now she probably have more money than what he has. Okay? And the reason why I think Shira probably has more money than what he has is because of all of the work that she put in online. Okay? So the thing is that your man don't gotta be rich to put you in position. You're supposed to know what you have in store for your own life. Like, what is your plan? And allow your man to assist you to get there. One thing I like about Shira is that she's still with James. Okay? as much stuff as people want to talk about her and how they got together, and we're going to go into this video, but as much stuff as people want to talk about her and how they got together, she's still with him after all these years. She stayed with him. After her big money came in, she's still with him. She says some stuff in this video that could be true. I don't know about how these modern men would do Shira, but I feel like Shira is smart enough to choose a man if she was to get back out here. I feel like she's smart enough to choose a man that would complement her in her new reality if she was to replace James. But she ain't done it. And I don't think she will. I think she cool with riding with James to the end. And that's admirable. Okay? I'm gonna hurry up because my baby restless.
Shira 7, I'm going to respond to your comment. You said, not to mention, before she got a larger following on YouTube, she was living middle class and likely is. She used to make videos about coupon shopping. James didn't have all that money people are thinking. Child, James ain't got all that money now. What she's doing is selling her followers a fucking pipe dream, and they're eating it up. I'm going to reference Kevin Samuels. When Kevin Samuels was alive, he did the same fucking thing that Shira did. He was a grifter. Before he got popular, he was a scrub. He was a nobody. And I hate to talk about him. The man is deceased and gone, but the facts are the facts. If anybody researches Kevin Samuels' very first videos, he was helping women. And his teeth weren't fixed. His hairline was all the way back. And his clothes, he wasn't wearing all them suits. He was not, this perception, this persona that we know today as the Godfather. So back in the day, Kevin Samuels, his content was about helping women. But because he was so nerdy and geek looking and he wasn't getting anywhere with his content that he created for women, he switched his style up. And he started creating content for men, toxic, abusive men, sociopaths, narcissistic men, men that assault women, men that disrespect women, men that are misogynistic, the pedos. He had all them toxic niggas following him. What Kevin Samuels did was rebrand himself. He got his hairline fixed. He fixed his teeth. He started dressing in fancy suits. And he created this fake persona, this fake perception that he was a high value man. And he managed to pimp all his motherfucking followers. He had all them niggas acting like groupies. They was fucking paying money. They was running his YouTube, his Snapchat. They was paying big money just to sit there and listen to him on his YouTube channel. He pimped all of them. They idolized him and put him up on a pedestal, and they called him the fucking Godfather. A bunch of toxic misogynists, a bunch of fucking sociopaths, bitter ass niggas who hate women, idolized this man, and they paid money to listen to him talk on his YouTube channel. They don't even, most of them wasn't even paying their child support. They would give their money to Kevin Samuels just to hear him talk down on women and embarrass women on his fucking platform. He would sit there and sell them a pipe dream on what a high value man is. And you would see him shopping in stores, buying fancy clothes. And he fed everybody a fake persona. He was not living a lifestyle that he portrayed. Then when Kevin Samuels passed away, all his followers fucked around and found out that he was broke. That nigga left this earth broke, a dusty. His family barely scraped up enough money to bury him. Then his family said none of his followers were invited to the funeral. They would not allow none of his cult following to attend the funeral. I don't even think he left his daughter any money, allegedly. I could be wrong, but if I'm mistaken, he barely paid his child support debt. He just paid his child support debt off before he passed away. He was not living that lifestyle that he put out there. Nothing about Kevin Samuels was fucking high value. He had poor character, poor morals. He built his fucking fan base up by downing women. His whole following was a cult of toxic sociopathic black men who hated women. No different than Donald Trump and his racist following. All his followers are sociopaths. They're just white people who can't stand black people. Kevin Samuels has the same followers, just a different color, in a different race, a different color, and it's all the same. Sociopaths are sociopaths. They're all demonic. So I say all this to say, Miss Shira has a female cult following of sociopathic women who she fed a false perception to. They actually think this chick is rich and her husband has all this money. He's a dusty. And I'll say it again. When she first met him, married him, he was much older than her, which gives predator. When a man is 15, 20 years older than a woman, be it she's 18, 19, 20 years old or early 20s, he's a fucking predator and he has the potential to mess with young girls and will or already has. And not to mention she was.
Now I think that she just mad right here, because that's making a whole lot of assumptions. Okay, she does not know that man like that. Okay, and we all know that Shira is mature. So I don't know if she was like a little dumb girl when she met him. You know, she might have been more mature for her age and, more grounded. Listen, Shira didn't got with that man and she been in the house since. Look, she be telling y'all about having rosters and yada, 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 yada. Please, when Shira got with that man, she been in the house since with them kids. Okay? So obviously she was mentally in a place where she wanted to be settled and be home and be in the house and be a homemaker, whether she was cooking or not. But she was in the house with him. A lot of times we think that from the stuff that she say, it sounds like she just be running circles around her man. But if you really pay attention to everything, and if you've been following her for a while, you know that Shira been in the house. Okay. Shira been in the house. She ain't been ripping and running around these streets. She ain't been running in and out the clubs when those girls were little. And now that the girl's even older, when she is out a lot of times. Yes. Okay. A lot of times when she out with them kids. Okay. So I don't think that she was some average 22, 23, 24-year-old who was like I was. Okay. Because when I was 23 and 24, I wasn't sitting in nobody's house trying to have nobody's kids. Okay. I think that she was a little bit more settled and a little bit more mature. So to say that all of this pedophile stuff, I think, I shouldn't be saying stuff like that for my video. But anyway, to say stuff like that, Spiritual just be talking shit. Okay. She don't know what she's talking about there, I don't think. But that just goes to show how much, like, I don't want to say hate, but how much negativity people got built up towards Shira. And is it warranted? Like, is that justified? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I just think that was a little extreme.
She was not even his girlfriend. She was a side chick, the second side chick, according to her. This is how I heard the story. The nigga was married. The nigga had a girlfriend, and then Shira came third on the totem pole. She wasn't even the first side chick. She was bumped down, okay, on the totem pole. That was her ranking. Yet and still, her followers were so motherfucking gullible and believed her bullshit. And I can't even be mad at her, because if they're dumb enough to believe it, why would she stop making money off of them? They're dumb enough to fucking keep supporting her. If they're dumb enough to keep giving her money and donations on YouTube, why would she stop pimping they dumbasses? Why would she stop? She's grifting the fuck out of them. She could sell them any type of story and they would eat it up and believe it. Just like the niggas that lied to us. Niggas are narcissistic. They love bomb and lie about everything. Oh, I want to marry you. I want to give you the fucking world. She's love bombing the fuck out of her fucking audience and they eat it up. Fucking gullible. She's doing to women what niggas do to women all the time. Lie and fucking love bomb. And that's how women get got. She's getting women's money the same way that niggas get women and use women up. So why would she stop? If they're that fucking dumb to put her on a pedestal when we supposed to put God on a pedestal, we serve a jealous God. We are not to idolize man or woman, but them dumb pygmies will put her on a pedestal and idolize her, only for her to set them up to get got by a man. Yeah, she gonna tell you to leave a man, but she gonna tell you to use him for his money first. And that's where she set these bitches up. I dare you to use a nigga for his money today. These niggas today is putting women 6 feet under. She's clinging to James because James is all she got. She knows if she were to divorce James and start over and get out in the game, get out in the streets, she would get dog walked by these niggas right now. These men today would dog walk the fuck out of Shira. She knows it. So she's going to cling to James and make whatever she can, make it work. Even though he's unattractive, old, and a dusty, and he ain't no goddamn millionaire. She done sold them suckers a pipe dream. Just like Kevin Samuels sold his fucking followers a pipe dream. When he passed away, they all...
Now, I don't think that he a dusty. But we all know that he old or whatever, but I don't think that he a dusty. But now this is what I think. I think that you get the relationship that your standards and your boundaries dictate. A lot of, if you go through the spiritual whistleblower stuff, hey Lala, if you go through the spiritual whistleblowers content, a lot of the stuff that she talk about is this good girl thing versus the church chick. You know, I mean, the good girl versus the gold digger. The thing is like, good girls get cheated on, just like the gold diggers get cheated on. They all get cheated on. If that's what you would accept. Girl, we talking. Hold on for 1 second. Hold on. Okay, Lala, you want to come up? This is spiritual whistleblower, and she been on social media for a long time. She usually talk about narcissism and stuff like that, but she been beefing with Shira for like years, and she just came for Shira recklessly over the past like couple days, and I even heard that Shira responded to it, but I didn't hear the response. You want me to hold you, baby? Okay. I even heard that Shira responded to it, and we know she usually don't respond to stuff. Let me know if you want to come up. I'll bring you up. I'm going to be on for a few more minutes, and then I'm going to go lay down with my babies. But So I think that people have put Shira up on this pedestal that she didn't really put herself up on. She never said that James was rich. She said that he made enough money for her to stay home. And when she was at home, we know that she was doing the Dollar Tree and all kind of little stuff until the last couple years or whatever, so a lot of times I think that the audience makes the influencer or the creator bigger than they really are. And of them, some influencers end up trying to live up to that, and that be their undoing. Let's see what else she was saying.
Fucked around and found out the nigga was broke. But if you like it, I love it. They got to learn the hard way, honey. They're gonna learn that God has the final say so. They're gonna be shocked and surprised when they find out they was chasing a fucking pipe dream. They were believing a fucking illusion. And now Kevin Samuels, all his male followers, they're all fucking lost. They don't know what to do. They lost their leader. They on these podcasts talking shit about women. They're all fucking lost. So it's, in a sense, it's like the blind leading the blind. You just gotta let these women be dumb and gullible. And if she can grift and scam and take them for their money, why not? Fuck them. Speaking of Shira 7, I'm gonna respond to your comment. You said not to mention before she got a larger following.
Yeah, I think she is very aggressive, and she mad for her own reasons. I don't think. Oh, that's what I was talking about, the church girl thing. She gives me Miss Nicole vibes. You think so? You think so? I want to talk about the video that you sent me. But she gives you Miss Nicole vibes, just more rough. That's something to think about. I feel like there's this misperception or misconception that if you do things the right way, then things will work out for you. But it's not always like that. There is some jealousy, girl. And see, the thing is, the church girls feel like they that they deserve the good man, the good experience. They very entitled. When in reality, like I said, you get the kind of relationship, you get the kind of marriage that your standards and boundaries dictate. What you want, baby? If you a church girl or if you a gold digger and you gonna let a man run over you, guess what? That's what's gonna happen, regardless. And just because you might be physically attractive to a man or physically attractive to anybody, to the world, does not mean that you automatically gonna get, top tier treatment. It's a lot of ladies who are very beautiful and are traumatized because men have taken them through the ringer because that's what they allow. So since that's what they allow, then that's what they get. Okay? So regardless if you the church girl, you the gold digger, you whatever girl you are, you get the relationship that your standards and boundaries dictate. You let a man do you, he gonna do you. You stand up for yourself and don't tolerate no garbage, you ain't gonna get none. And that's just what it is. And you know what? That's true. And I wonder why. Because spiritual whistleblower, even though she cuss a lot, she talk about God a lot, and she like one of those quote unquote good girls. But the thing is I wonder why the church does not do a better job of pairing their good girl church girl women with good girl men. I don't understand why we got 30-year-old virgins out here, devout Christians out here dating with the gold diggers. What kind of sense do that make? Y'all supposed to Yes, some 50-year-old virgins. Y'all supposed to have been able to find a mate in the church. The gold diggers is finding a man at the strip club. You understand what I'm saying? Like, they not at the church finding a man. They finding a man in the life that they live. So it's like, why are all the good girls out here rubbing shoulders with these regular, you know, chauvinistic, womanizing men? They supposed to be getting them some good God-fearing church men's. Okay, and keeping them single does make them rich. Okay, and you know what? To spiritual whistleblowers' point though, a lot of times influencers make money off of keeping women single too. And it's a lot of these ladies online that's encouraging women. This is why I agree more with Shira than anybody else. It's a lot of influencers encouraging women to be single, to not deal with men at all. No, deal with men in your own way, but use them to elevate your life, to take you to the next level. Have a plan, have some goals for yourself, and use them to help you get to the next phase. Don't commit to working yourself, your fingers to the bone, doing it all on your own just because you don't want to deal with a man, or these ladies on YouTube telling you that for the next 4 years, we gonna be single, yada, yada, yada. Learn how to vet a man for what it is that you're looking for. If you want long-term investment, then learn how to vet for that and select a man who is prepared to invest in you long-term. But a lot of these creators and influencers are having women turning women into the strong, independent women who don't need no man. And these women out here doing it for themselves and by themselves. And I'm not about that. I'm with Shira. Use him. Now, you don't have to be reckless. Thank you so much, girl. I done had it on all day. You don't have to be reckless and manipulate and trick men and use men like obviously and blatantly and do them dirty. Of course, you don't do it like that. And that's one of the things that I commend Shira for, even still being with James. Okay, now that her ships didn't come in, she's still with him. I think that's good. Have some integrity about yourself. If you with a man and he finna help you get to the next level, do right by him. I know that that's like anti-hypergamy, anti-level up community, but I'm a fan of doing right by people who do right by you. You don't gotta maliciously take advantage of nobody, but at the same time, allow men to do for you what it is that they want to do for you, and that's yes. Oh, I love your car. That's elevate you to the next level. Okay, what you were saying? Shira love Shira. Women need to be kept and reach their potential. Exactly. Oh, like come on for real, girl. You know what? I'm finna go. Let me see. Girl, let me tell you, don't get me in trouble out here talking crazy, okay? Yep, she sure did stay strategic. Okay, and see, you missed the part. I think you missed the part where I was talking about you don't need no roster. I think that Shira I don't want to say she misled a lot of people. I think a lot of ladies misinterpreted what she was saying with a lot of things, or they took her words way too literally. You don't gotta run a roster of men if you know what a quality man who is interested and invested in you look like and what that is. Get you a man that's going to invest in you and help elevate you to the next level. You don't need 10 men to take you where you're trying to go. And Shira, if you pay attention, should be a good example of that. Her man was not some millionaire like Spiritual Whistleblower just said. He ain't no millionaire. He don't gotta be. He don't gotta be. All he gotta be is enough to manage you and him. That's it. And if y'all got kids, they don't have to be 500,000 millionaires. Get you a comfortable life. Girl, get you some get up and go about yourself. Shira decided to turn her camera on. All of us can turn our camera on at least and build something for yourself. We I made the post the other day, girl, Lala, we got so much to talk about. We got so much to talk about over the next couple days. Girl, them Fatima's married to Muhammad, who is middle class at best. But you know what? You can't tell those on the outside looking in that they not middle class. Somebody who can see and know what they looking at can know that they middle class, but other people be like, oh, he's so rich. Girl, my husband Nigerian. People got the nerve to think he a millionaire. Like what? He just a man who work hard and don't mind taking care of his family with his money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to have some super duper high earner. You just gotta have a man who committed to you. You know what I'm saying? But we got so much to talk about. But this is the thing. Okay, just give me 1 second. This is the last thing I'm gonna say, and then I'm gonna go. This is the last thing I'm gonna say, and then I'm gonna go. Okay. I made the post about Candace Owens and Meghan Markle. We got so much to talk about. Okay. Candace swept right in. Got her a high earner man with money and elevated her entire profile. Talk about generational wealth. And we sitting here talk about Meghan Markle, the next black princess, and how her kids is set for life, and yada yada yada. And look at the fumble. Look at the fumble. She didn't have no plan. She didn't have no goal set for herself. The thing that I was saying was different between the two of those ladies is that one was controlling over her man and the other one wasn't. And I think Candace wasn't controlling over her man. I think Candace was focused on what she wanted, which was children and to elevate her profile. I could see Candace being a political pundit, getting on the political scene in a couple years or whatever. Candace is focused on working her own plan. Meghan thought Harry was her plan. And she did good to get there. But once she got there, she just destroyed everything. And in my opinion, made it so much harder for her to accomplish her goal. When if she came in with her own plan, her own ideas, her own thoughts for where she wanted to go, and used Harry to help elevate her and take her in that direction, she would have had a better experience, in my opinion. Yeah, they hate her. Yes, dark femininity plays a part. Meghan controls Harry. You know what? Dark femininity. We got to talk about this, and we got to talk about the sensuality and the sexuality piece that you mentioned too. I ain't forgot all this stuff that you've been talking about, girl. Dark femininity, I think, has a place, but it's very tricky. You got to know what you're doing when you use that. A lot of times, it backfires, and you end up with nothing. What Meghan has done to her reputation is going to be so hard to repair. And I don't know if Harry is strong enough to help her reinvent themselves as a couple. He's led by her, like you said. She runs things, but the thing is, she don't know what she's doing. She don't know where she's going. She don't have a plan. So she has his power behind her, but she's so impulsive and controlling that she doesn't know how to use it correctly. And Candace, like I said, Shira did, is turning on that camera and setting herself up for when she with George. I think her husband named George. For when she with him and when she not with him, Candace gonna be good either way. Meghan, I don't think so. I think this the best Meghan finna get, so she better make whatever she got going on with Harry work. Princess Anne was her mentor and Camilla offered. Really? I didn't know that. I did not know that. Yes. Yes. And see, I think that Shira been doing a little bit of acting too. And maybe part of her acting been that she's been allowing us to think that she's been running James the way we think she has, or that he had all this money the way people perceive he has. People who know what they're looking at already know what it is, and she did a good job of reaching her own personal goal. But people who already who know, who got common sense, who not gonna let advice from the internet send them off, already been knowing what it was. So when people like Spiritual Whistleblower or other ladies come for Shira and they talk about it like this, it just comes off so negatively, almost like a hater, because she never said that she was rich and she never said he was either, you know. I didn't think she run him at the start. Remember, he was married to a white woman who was already controlling. Who was married to a white woman? Girl, no, no. James was not married to no white woman. Now, this is the first time I didn't heard that, girl. And you know I've been in the community for years. His ex-wife ain't white. His ex-wife cannot be white. Girl, no, I'm not sure. If you say she was, then I believe you. But I never knew that. And you know what? If that's true, that goes back into what I said in the beginning. Shira got in her lane and she rode it. Really. I know that he was married when she got with him. I know that's why that he was married when she got with him. That's why when she get to talking all that all men cheat stuff, I don't believe all of that. Like I was saying in the beginning, I don't believe everything that she would say. I don't follow everything that she's saying, but I think that she is almost the best person of the popular influencers that talk about men and relationships and how to navigate that. I think she's the best one. But like, it's easy to think that all men cheat when you was with a man who was cheating. You understand what I'm saying? But if you have a man that's not cheating, you know what I'm saying? Or hasn't cheated yet, it's kind of, you see it a little differently. She's the only one who was fully provided for. Really? So did his ex-wife have money? Girl, I don't know why I thought that James' ex-wife was some little old black lady named Ann that smoked cigarettes like Virginia Slims. I don't know why I thought that. I pictured James's wife as one of them little skinny black women who smoke a little cigarette every now and then and roll her hair up and just take the rollers out and fluff it. I just thought she was that kind of lady. I never thought that she was white. It never crossed my mind. But Shira said his ex-wife was masculine and hardworking. Probably. Maybe they did do 50-50. Yeah, yeah. Oh, but they did have to work together. Okay. Okay, no, girl, I didn't even put that together. I'm gonna go ahead and lay my baby down. Lala, me and you gonna talk tomorrow. Okay, I got some appointments tomorrow, but I'm gonna inbox you and see when it's a good time for us to get together and do our girl chat. And then we are gonna meet again Sunday to go over the last two parts of The Alchemist. So if any of y'all want to join us, follow me on Facebook, send me a message on Facebook, and I'll see what we can do to add you to the group. but I'm looking forward to catching up and chatting with you, girl. It's been a few weeks, and you see, I'm trying to stay a woman of my word, okay? I done got on YouTube, okay, and went live. Okay, so maybe tomorrow before my appointments or in the morning. It's 2 a.m. here in the morning. I can go live in the group and we can talk a little bit more. Oh, you busy Sunday? Oh yeah, I know you in London. Yeah, see, it's 2 a.m. here. And I know that most of everybody else, where the rest of the Facebook crew, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning for them. So I'm up here late. And I'm out here talking at the computer, and that's how I done woke these babies up. Yeah, it's been on for an hour and 38 minutes, girl. But okay. I'm just talking like we on our little live, on our little stream together. But listen, um, my final thoughts. Um, Other women looking good, like Spiritual Whistleblower was said, should not make you feel bad. Okay? Spiritual, we want to see you looking good, girl. We can hear you. We can receive your message with your makeup on. We want to see you looking good. Okay? Do they get triggered? Girl, we're gonna have to talk about this because she was saying that she dressed down in her videos so that she can connect to her audience. And my thing is you don't gotta dress down because we want to see you looking good. It's okay to look good. It's okay to look good. So that, and listen, you have to be the best version of yourself that you can be. You can't be in everybody's lane. You can't be everybody's idea of pretty, but you can be your best version of pretty for you. And no matter what that is, if you're a little heavier, of course, do your level up. Shira did her level up. She lost a lot of weight. Spiritual Whistleblower did her level up. She lost a lot of weight. All of us go through our little level up. So level up, lose that weight if you need to. Learn how to do your hair and do them wigs if you need to. Learn how to put on that makeup if you need to. But create the best appearance that you can create. And then get into your lane and rock the hell out your lane. Find you a man. If you a tall girl, find you a man who like tall girls. If you a short girl, find you a man who likes short girls. If you a dark girl, find you a man who like dark girls. If you a light girl, find you a man who like light girls. Okay? You a skinny girl, find you a man who want a skinny girl. Okay? Rock your lane and rock it the best that you can. Yes, you gotta know how to dress and you gotta know how to do your makeup. And there are some pretty big women. So if you a heavier woman, don't feel like you you have to like ward off all men, or there's no hope for you, or you'll be single for the rest of your life just because you heavy. Listen, it's some men out here that like heavy women, and some of these men got money, okay? And the thing is, you just gotta be the prettiest heavy girl that he done ever seen, okay? Big girls get married every day, okay? Just look, okay? It's a lot of regular average girls that get married every single day. The thing is that they do the work to get to the quality marriage minded men. The men who want to run game on you and use you for sex, those are men you can go outside and meet 5 of them, in 20 minutes. But the quality men are in quality places and they dealing with quality women. So if you are not meeting the caliber of man that you want to associate with, figure out what you need to do to level up and get over there to where they at. All right? And then once you get over there, be the best you that you can be while you over there. It was one more thing that I had wanted to say about this. Um, I think that this whole thing is centered around looks. And listen, The only option that you have is being the best you, the prettiest you that you can be. And then you got to work that. I think that it's okay to be nice. It's okay to have a sweet personality. Use it to work in your favor, okay? Use it to work in your favor. And don't believe everything that you hear, okay? A lot of these women ain't running these men the way that you think, especially these women that are fully provided for and fully taken care of. Don't think that they telling a man, oh, you better do this and you better do that, or, I ain't gonna do this or I ain't gonna do that within reason. These women are meeting the needs of their men, and they don't have an attitude while they doing it. Okay, so check yourself and stop listening to what every influencer say to the T. Find you a group of them, okay, and cultivate a a strategy that works well for you. Okay, learn how to vet men for serious intention. Stop thinking that if you have a roster of 10 men that you're doing something. If you got a roster of 10 men and ain't none of them marriage minded or ain't none of them seeing you as marriage material, you don't got nothing. If you got a roster of 10 men and ain't none of them investing in you or none of them feel like you investment worthy, you don't have nothing. Find a Find out how, learn how to vet men for what it is that you're looking for. Okay? It's a risk either way. Yeah, girl. And just because a man is married, we're going to have to talk about that more. But the respect that men have for you is okay, baby. Here I come. The respect that men have for you, respect how he respects you. Okay, baby, just give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. The respect that he has for you goes way further than how attractive you are. Okay. A lot of men, yeah, you need to be attractive, but if he don't have no respect for you, your attraction ain't gonna change that. Now, my baby getting restless, y'all. Most of the sugar daddies are married. I know, but see, we just talked about this. Lala, you don't have to have a millionaire. You just gotta have a man that's invested in you. Most sugar daddies are married, and most sugar daddies are short term. These be short-term relationships. I read every day ladies talking about we've been dealing for 3 months, 6 months, 8 months. We talking about years worth of investment, okay? We talking about a man who gonna take you on his back and take you on every step of his journey with him. We ain't talking about nobody who just gonna pay your bills for a couple months, okay? So we gotta really think long term and really have a real strategy, a real game plan. If you just want a couple dollars, then yeah, focus on being cute just for the couple dollars. But if you want a real long lasting, long term situation, it takes more than just looking pretty. A lot of us is getting way too tied up on this looks thing. Looks is important, don't get me wrong. But a lot of us is getting way too tied up on being the next best model. Okay? Okay? And they do fumble their stuff at the beginning. Yep. I always laugh when I see the big girls being sex workers. And I know that it's a thing. I know that it's real, but I be like, how? But it's cause she know what work in her lane. It's cause she know what work in her lane. Very nurturing. She is his piece. And oh, really? A $1.4 million apartment in the North, girl. Listen, based on what they say, you shouldn't be nurturing. You shouldn't even be nice. And I'm telling you that that's a lie. That's a huge lie. Don't think that a man's wallet is opening for you and you mean and you dismissive and you disrespectful and you don't listen. Come on now. You don't gotta, oh, thank you, baby. You don't gotta listen to everything he say and be a doormat. But if he in charge, You have to find a way to respect that. Let me go, y'all. Got my baby all on the screen. Okay? Come on. Let me go. Let's get you a snack. Okay? Wipe your nose off. Okay, come on. Okay. I'll be back in the morning, y'all. I'm gonna be back on YouTube because I gotta make a video about Russell and Sierra, and y'all ain't gonna like it. Y'all ain't gonna like this video, but I'm gonna do it in the morning. And I'm gonna make a video about Kamala tomorrow too. Okay? So I'll see y'all on Facebook. See y'all in the groups, and I'll see y'all again on YouTube tomorrow. Thank y'all for joining me this late at night. Okay? Y'all like the video, okay? Bye. Let me see. I ain't been on my computer in a long time. Let's see if I can get a outro. Yeah, I'll give us a little outro. Bye, y'all.